We have chosen to present the verbs in future tense. There are many ways to express future tense, but we will not be practicing all of them in this lesson. We will stick to the infinite form and present two different ways of expressing future form, in using the word will and in using be going to plus infinite verb, since these two are the most common expressions. This lesson is planned for pupils in the 3rd grade and demands that the pupils already is familiar with the verb be and how to inflect it depending on the person it refers to, for example into am. The pupils will learn how to express actions in the future. The purpose is to improve their grammar skills as well as their speaking. Even their communicative skills in general will improve since they will work together. They are also going to practice on listening to each other and connect the lesson content to their daily lives.
According to Sandström, kids report that they actually do not speak much English outside of class because they fear their English pronunciation is poor. It is therefore important to give them the opportunity to speak as much as possible in school. The use of authentic language is meaningful to the pupils since they can use it even outside school. On account of this, our idea is that the pupils will sit in pairs and have a dialogue about things they are going to do in using different verbs. In the discussion, they will have the opportunity to choose between using will or be going to when trying to explain verbs in future tense. First, though, we will have a presentation on the blackboard where we will go through the task, and at the end of the lesson we will ask them to share what they have discussed during the lesson in front of the whole class. One of the pupils is going to tell what the other pupil said about the things he or she is going to do by using the verbs.
The language should be applied to activities that are relevant to the children according to Sandström, and the tasks should be appropriately challenging. As a last thing, we will therefore also challenge the pupils in asking them questions. For example, what will they do in the weekend? We expect the pupils' answer to be based on the verbs list and what they will have already practiced on during the lesson. We will use a list of verbs with pictures that describe them, which the pupils can choose between and add the words will or be going to when expressing future tense. Except for this material, the task does not require anything else but the pupils' participation.
We anticipate that there can be problems with the pupils' behavior during the lesson, since they sometimes tend to focus on other things than the given task. It happens that they talk about things that had nothing to do with school when they get the chance to discuss with each other. There is a risk that the pupils can get bored if they discuss for too long. Therefore, it is important that we as teachers interrupt in time and switch activity. In conclusion, what we aim for is to introduce verbs in future tense, and that the introduction will give the pupils a solid platform for further learning. By participating in this lesson, they will get the chance to practice on important skills, such as listening, speaking, and working in